Welcome to Long Beach, California. We're hopping right into it in just a few minutes. A whole bunch of race cars are going to come around the corner for Thursday Night Thunder, which is the free event they have here at the Pike Outlet across from the convention center. Where they're going to bring a whole bunch of race cars down, and people can come out, check out the race cars up close. And that's our first event of the weekend. So let's hop into it. Here right now is absolutely amazing. But like I said before, welcome to the Long Beach Grand Prix, and this is the first event of the weekend, the kickoff event. This is Thursday Night Thunder. We brought all kinds of cars down outside the convention center here at the Pike Outlet. These are all the Formula Drift cars. They're still parking some of the sports cars. Bit of a hiccup with that, but we've got a band playing here. It's wild. It's such a fun event to come to. I always tell people Long Beach is one of the best motorsport events in the world. And honestly, I think it's the best motorsport event in the United States. You can only come to the US for one event. I'd pick Long Beach. So I'm not supposed to film the inside of the cinema, so don't look at the cinema. But we are inside of a cinema above where the cars are for Thursday Night Thunder. Jamey decided to bring me up here. He was like, do you want to go up there? And I was like, yep. Because all the good shots are kind of gone now, because the thing with these events is once they let all the people in and you can't get good shots of the cars, you can get shots of people and all that, but like there's really not a lot left to do. So I got all of my stuff that I wanted to get while the cars were still parking up. And some of the teams have stanchions around their cars. The GTP cars have stanchions around them for safety reasons, but then the Ford guys put stanchions around their car. That should be a 10-place grid penalty, putting stanchions around your car. No, but I get why they do it, but it's still upsetting. Alrighty, and just as quick as it begun, it's now over. Thursday Night Thunder, that's a wrap. Cool event. Everyone can come down, see the cars. It's completely free. We're still doing the autograph session right now, but I got the shots I need. So it's time to get some dinner. I'm very tired. It is just about 8 o'clock Pacific time, and I've been awake since 4:30 a.m. Eastern time and did a lot of traveling today. So we're gonna head down to CPK. I'm gonna cheat on Pizza Hut with California Pizza Kitchen, so please forgive me. I know this is a Pizza Hut account and we're Pizza Hut stands, but there's no Pizza Hut where you can dine in close to the track, so we're doing CPK. I'm sorry, Pizza Hut, but CPK is also delicious. Look at that. Look at that sign. A shining beacon of hope.
Get these two guys. They're famous.
What? I'm not famous.
People go anywhere.
Well, it's early morning in California, and naturally, it's cloudy and there's no good light. Morale update. It's going great.
We're up early and there's no light.
And there's no good light. It's cloudy. It's fine. I'm manifesting that the clouds will break before this GT America session in an hour. All right, so we're at the track now. Everything's set up. We have our amazing orange photo vests on, where we're gonna go do some construction work after this. But they are new, apparently. The cool thing about street circuits, though, is that to get around, it's not like a regular racetrack, right? Because it's right in the heart of the city. So we're actually walking through a convention center to get to where we want to go, which is the fountain, which is one of the marquee features of this racetrack. So it is a very small track. It's only 2 miles long, so there actually isn't a lot of places to go and shoot, but there is still a lot of cool shots you can get. So that's why I love this circuit so much. Yeah, it's a long walk to get anywhere. That's the only thing. So you're gonna do lots of steps over 3 days here in Long Beach. So remembering how to get around a street circuit is like the hardest part of the weekend. So it's our first time here in a year. They only do this event once a year. And it's kind of like just remembering landmarks. Like when you get to the Hooters, that's where the entrance to where to shoot the fountain is. So you know when you're at the Hooters that you're in the right spot. that sounded really bad.
Of GT America, and the practice is only a half hour, so only have another 15 minutes. So basically, when it's only a half hour, you have to grind. Basically, you have to get everything perfect the first time. You need to get your shot and then immediately move to another corner. You don't have time to camp out, try anything super crazy. You need to just get your shot and move on, because you have to try and hit as many parts of the track as you can. Luckily, it's a pretty quick lap, and you can run to the next photo spot and get another shot. But it is definitely hectic. But we're professionals. All right, so GT America's wrapped up that half-hour session. I'm actually going to stay trackside now because the IMSA starts in 45 minutes. There's not really any point in me going all the way back to the media center. I would get there and then have to walk all the way back. So brought my laptop. I'm going to get set up in a safe area over here. This is a bit sketchy to get my laptop out, but we'll do that. And I'm actually going to answer some of your questions. Did a call for questions on Instagram yesterday, so I'll answer some of your questions while we're editing.
I feel like an idiot. Oh yeah, let me just set up my laptop trackside. Definitely don't look stupid.
All right, so one of the first questions that I was asked on Instagram was about how I have money to buy all of the equipment. Well, basically, back before I did this full time, when I wasn't freelancing, I worked very hard at my job, saved money, and bought good camera equipment so I could start practicing on my own. Then over time, as I am more profitable and make more money, I started just, investing in better equipment, just to get the stuff that I needed to do my job well and to do my job easily. So that's basically how that works. Next question I get asked is one I get asked a lot, which is, what is your favorite racetrack? Well, my favorite racetrack tends to change a lot. This year I went to the Bathurst 12-hour, and quickly Mount Panorama became my favorite racetrack. Here at Long Beach, this is definitely a top 5 for me. It's one of my favorites to shoot, but there's nothing that really compares to Mount Panorama. And if you want to learn more about that, you can watch my vlog for Mount Panorama by clicking up here. Next question I was asked is, where do I get my sound effects from? That's a really good question. A lot of my sound effects come from audio.com. Audio.com is a music and sound effects provider. They provide royalty-free music. And actually, I have a discount code for audio. So if you want to get cool sound effects, you can go to audio.com, audio with 2 I's, and use my discount code SAVE70, and that'll get you 70% off your first year of a pro subscription. The pro subscription is the one that I have, and I'm actually loving using audio.com. I've had it for about a month now, and it has awesome stuff on it, music, sound effects. It even has link match AI, which you get in a pro subscription, which allows you to just put like a Spotify link to a song in, and it'll spit out, royalty-free songs on audio that sound similar to that song. So you can literally just ask your client, what's a song you like? And you can find something similar to that. So it's awesome. Highly recommend audio.com for music and sound effects. Next question I got asked is about, tips about the business side of cinematography and videography. And honestly, what I always like to preach is that the most important thing about being a successful freelancer and running your own business is being a good business person, more so than actually being good at the art. Like, there are a lot of okay photographers and okay videographers that make a really good living because they're very good at the business side and the client side. Like, they're very good at their client relationships, finding new clients, and they provide content that's good enough to keep those clients happy, and they're very profitable. For me, I try to do both. I try to be at the top level of content and be very good at business. Basically, just have to be personable. It's tough to do this if you're introverted. It's like you need to be out there going to racetracks, meeting people, being personable, being likable. People want to hire people they like. They want to hire people they enjoy being around, right? People want to hire their friends. Nepotism is real. People want to hire their friends. They want to hire their family members, people they enjoy having around, that they like spending time with. So that's a big part of the business side of what I do.
Thanks again to everybody that sent in questions. I really appreciate it. Shortly after a bit more editing, I headed back up over the track, past the Bubblegum Shrimp Company, and up into the parking garage, one of my favorite places to shoot at Long Beach.
Well, here we are. This is one of my favorite spots to shoot at Long Beach, and I'll show you the shot in a few minutes. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring my body cam with me, but I do have my 360, so I might be able to get you some POV. But this is one of my favorite places. Like, we're in an abandoned parking garage, and by abandoned I mean it's not abandoned, there's just nobody here because no one's allowed to park in here during the event. It's kind of eerie, honestly, very surreal, but it's a cool spot to shoot, and I'll show you why in a second.
I think the reason that I like the parking garage so much is because it's just such a unique perspective. Where else are you going to be able to shoot from the third floor at race cars driving on city streets? Now, it is more for artsy stuff and doesn't lend itself well to like one-offs, maybe much more for photographers rather than people shooting video, but I still love it. It's one of my favorite spots, and I tend to spend way too much time there.
All right, we're nearing halfway of this 1 hour session. I think I might have burned too much time here. This is more for like artsy stuff, edits, but I need like some nice shots for just one-off clips for Instagram stories and stuff. So I'm gonna head down and get some more basic stuff here around the fountain, but I should be okay. Back down by the fountain, and there's another red flag out. We had one while I was walking over, which is only a couple minutes, not too bad, but this one's taking quite a while. Time is ticking away while we try to shoot this session. We don't have a lot of stuff right now, which is unfortunate. So there's only 17 minutes left, and we're still under red flags. So hopefully they get going soon, and we can get a few more shots. Luckily, it is a short track, so they do lots of laps, but yeah, tough. We're just going to be short on content for this first session, which really puts a lot of pressure on the second session where I have to do some stuff in pit lane, and then it's really hard to get from pit lane trackside here quickly. So it's going to be a grind of an afternoon. So, but that's just part of it, you know. Got to adapt and got to get it done. Can't make excuses. This place is already packed, which is amazing. It's midday on Friday, and we're overflowing with people. It's awesome to see how many people come out to the Long Beach GP. Like I keep saying, it's one of the best events of the year. It's such a great spectator event. I'm on my way trackside now to shoot IMSA Practice 2. Let me go out to the hairpin. It's one of the coolest spots on track where you can get super close to the cars. You can almost like high-five a driver as they come by. Hey! Mike Sweeney. We're walking through the IndyCar pit lane now here in Long Beach, and it is super narrow. You can see there's not a lot of room to get around. And it's even worse on race day when it's full of people, but the IMSA pit lane is even tighter than this when we get down there. So IMSA has a separate part of pit lane all the way down at the end. So when we get there, I'll switch to the body cam. You can see how tight it is down there and how difficult it is to get around. Session now. I got some really good stuff in pit lane. Now I'm out trackside. And what I really realized realizing is that I'm a bit overkill with my lens here, the 100 to 400. Really here at Long Beach, for most stuff, you'd be good with like a 24 to 70 and a 70 to 200. So if you're a hobbyist at home, if you want to come out and shoot the Long Beach Grand Prix, even from the fan areas or the super photo pads that they sell, you don't need much more than a 70 to 200 in terms of length. 200 millimeter is plenty. I really haven't gone past 135 or 150. So that's why I love this track so much. You get so close to the cars. All right, so that's IMSA Practice done. I'm actually pretty happy with how that went. It went way better than I was expecting it to. So I got pretty much everything I needed in terms of pit stops, and I was able to get trackside and get a few more shots of cars on the racetrack. So rough first session, but amazing second session. Sometimes that's how it works out. So head back to the media center now. We'll do a little bit of editing and get ready for, I think we have IMSA qualifying coming up next. So busy day today. The sun's come out though, which is great. Got lovely light now. Should be amazing light for qualifying near the end of the day. Back trackside now for IMSA qualifying. It's down in the hairpin. The light's getting absolutely mint. Fantastic. It'll be an awesome session. So IMSA is wrapped up, my editing is wrapped up, and now it's time to just enjoy this golden light and shoot Formula Drift for giggles, because sometimes you gotta have fun, you know? So we're just gonna shoot Formula Drift because we can, you know? And how often do I get to be around Formula Drift? Not very often. So it's cool to shoot something different and just get some clout for your Instagram. So here we are, Formula Drift time. Good morning. It is day 2 here in Long Beach. We're on our way to get some breakfast courtesy of our friends at Honda Racing.
Looks delicious.
Welcome to the IMSA paddock here at Long Beach. It's actually just tucked away outside of the turn 11 hairpin, just over the bridge there. Or if you make it in time, they do open the track for crossing in between sessions. So luckily we made it for track crossing and didn't have to climb the bridge. But yeah, just tucked over here in the corner. All the teams are over here. The IMSA paddock here at Long Beach is open for everyone to come in for free. Anybody can come in, walk around, and there's a driver autograph session today at 10:30 for a half hour. So it's mandatory. All the drivers have to go. You can line up, get autographs, meet drivers, go check out the cars up close. As these folks are checking out the BMW M Hybrid, or BMW M Hybrid V8 here at the Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan paddock. God, I love shooting IMSA. It's awesome how everyone just gets to like come in the paddock and just like be a big racing family. There we go. That's better. Wrenches. There we go. All right. Just full of snacks and. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Go for it. Amazing. Oscar worthy. Quick pit stop for lunch, and it needs to be really quick because I have about an hour to edit an entire video for BMW to put out before the race starts. So yeah, we need to get that done. And then basically we'll be done by about 10 after 1, so I have time to go down to shoot the start of the IMSA race.
Alright, so I got the edit done and it only took 25 minutes. So pretty proud of myself, but it was a really simple edit, just cutting together some static shots. Take a look at it. I'll put it on the screen for you now. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Of course, you can go follow BMW Motorsport to see more of the content that I put together. So now I'm just gonna go get my things together, get ready to go and shoot the start of the IMSA race. I'm gonna try and get some pre-grid stuff. I think some of the cars are in like a false grid right now. So if I can get some shots there, then I'll head to where I'm gonna shoot the start. I have to get a nice start shot because there's a BMW GTP starting in P2, meaning it's on the front row, so it's gonna be right at the front. So start shot becomes really important. When your clients qualify farther back in the pack, start shots become less important because you're not really going to use the shot at the start of the race usually. You're going to just, you know, be more creative with your edit because they're not up there. But now we have one up there, so I'm going to go to, I haven't decided if I want to go directly to the spotter stand outside of turn 1 to shoot the start, or if I want to do it from the parking garage. I love the parking garage. It's going to be high risk, high reward if I do it, but I'm leaning towards just shooting it from the spotter stand. There's usually carnage here at Long Beach in turn 1. There's usually somebody sends it from 4 rows back and causes a crash, but we'll see what happens. That's one of the cool things about this track though, is that you never know what's going to happen. There's always going to be some sort of drama. So it's what makes street circuits great.
We've made it to the starter's stand. I keep calling it starter stand. It's spotter's stand where we shoot the start from. Not a bad view into turn 1. It's packed up here, a whole bunch of folks. But we're probably gonna be here for maybe 2 laps and then head out because this is a very short race. It's gonna go by very quickly. It's 100 minutes here on the streets of Long Beach. So every second counts. Gotta get as many shots as you can and nail all your shots because you're gonna run out of laps real quick. So it's gonna be a fun one though. It's one of my favorite racetracks, one of my favorite events of the year. So see you guys at the midpoint of the race probably if I remember to do an update. But if not, see you at the end. All right, so full course yellow is out about 13 minutes into the race. So I'm gonna walk as fast as I can here down to the outside of turn 5, shoot a few laps there and then work my way back through the fountain and then walk all the way down the front stretch on the outside. It's gonna take about 10 minutes to walk all the way back to turn 11 outside, shoot that, cross back over, and then basically at where the podium is. So I think that's a decent plan. I'm giving up on the idea of shooting a pit stop in this race. They're only gonna make one, and it's like 30 minutes into the race, 35 minutes, so it's not worth it. right, so we're back under full course yellow. Unfortunately, the number 40 Acura crashed in turn 1, pretty much right where I was standing. Louis Delatrance is driving, he's okay. I really feel for Louis and Jordan Taylor being out of the race. They're both really good guys, so it really sucks. Louis is one of the finest race car drivers in the world, honestly. Like, he's incredible. So we all make mistakes, right? Or something broke on the car, I don't know what happened, but unfortunately ended up in the wall. So full course yellow, I'm gonna walk all the way down the front stretch now and shoot the outside of turn 11, and then that's basically right where the podium is as well. So we'll be able to quickly get there.
I haven't seen any bad ones.
And then ready to go for the end of the race.
Bubbly like it's 2024. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Parker just says, let me have it. I ain't moving. Man, brutal.
All right, so podium done. Had a P2 finish with BMW, which is amazing. Got my interviews here in the paddock, and now it's time to go quickly regroup and then get out and shoot GT America. I have to figure out where I'm going to go to shoot that final section. But I haven't decided yet. I've been most places you can go already, so I have to figure out. I might shoot outside hairpin, so I'm close to the podium. It's a very short race, only 40 minutes, so that's probably what we'll end up doing.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
Well, that was unfortunately short-lived. The car I had to shoot retired from the race very quickly. So got about one pass, and then that was about it. So headed back now. We'll get the editing finished for the day, and then see where we go after that. We might sneak out and shoot some Formula Drift tonight. Maybe. We'll see.
So we didn't end up going to shoot Formula Drift. We had a lot of editing to do, so we decided to just head back, do that. And we didn't leave the track until around 8 o'clock, 8:15. We had dinner at this like surf island themed restaurant that wasn't very good. And then just headed to bed, which takes us to Sunday. Now, I did vlog the entire Sunday, but I'm gonna do a bit of a cop-out here and just kind of talk about it in VO, because to be honest with you, outside of a couple things, not a lot really happened on Sunday. Obviously, the big thing on Sunday morning was Jamey Price and I had our photography and videography meetup, where we just, put a call out on social media to meet up with people, enthusiasts in the industry, to just, come and chit chat with us, and we answered their questions and just kind of, just talked about motorsport photography and what we love about it. And, I gave some tips and tricks on videography, and it was just a really cool way for Jamey and I to kind of give back to the community, no gatekeeping, just answer people's questions, give them strategies, and I got to meet a lot of really cool people. So thanks so much to everybody that came out for that. It was a lot of fun, and I think we're going to do more of these at different racetracks in the future. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a meetup at any specific track, and we'll try and make that happen. Now, of course, the marquee thing on Sunday in Long Beach is IndyCar. Now, I might upset some people with what I'm about to say, but I didn't shoot any IndyCar. I'm sorry. I had a lot of editing to do, including a full cinematic recap video for one of my IMSA clients, so I just focused on that throughout the day and did about 4 or 5 hours of editing in the media center and watched the IndyCar race on TV while at the track, which I know is hilarious. Go to the race, watch on TV. It's a popular meme, but I had a lot of work to do, and I just didn't feel the need to go trackside and shoot IndyCar for fun. Then I kind of waited around for a couple hours in the afternoon. I hung out with Steve Welk and Aaron Telitz, watched the end of the IndyCar, and then got ready to shoot that GT America race. So that's pretty much how Sunday went, and why I thought it was just best to do it as a VO rather than like a full proper vlog, which I did shoot stand-ups and everything, but like I said, not a lot really happened outside of the meetup and the GT America race. All in all, it was a pretty great weekend in Long Beach. I love the Long Beach Grand Prix. It's one of my favorite events of the year, and I said many times in this vlog that it's one of the best racing events in the world, and it's one of, if not the best race event, in the United States, especially if you want to visit the US from another country. If you're from Australia, or you're from South America, or you're from Europe, and you want to experience a US racing event, this should be first on your list. You get IndyCar, IMSA, Super Drift, Stadium Super Trucks, all of that in one weekend in a beautiful area with beautiful weather. Hollywood's not far away. You can go to Disney, you can go to Universal, you can have an amazing vacation while taking in US motorsport at a proper street circuit, not a 17 lane wide F1 street circuit, a proper street circuit like Long Beach. And that's going to be all from the Long Beach vlog, everyone. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the, kind of like cop out here with the VO covering Sunday, but for all the reasons listed, this just makes more sense to me. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any, questions or ideas for future videos you'd like to see, things you'd like included in the vlogs. Please let me know. It's your feedback that really helps me make these videos better. There'll be another video coming next week with an editing breakdown, and then the next vlog will be from GT World Challenge at Brands Hatch in the UK, and I'm absolutely stoked for that one. So stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. We'll see you in the next one.